Hello and hey, this is the LDM show. You know how we do it. We're in the Bronx, and wait, we live in the Bronx. The studio's in the Bronx, and now guess where we at? The Bronx, at me. But comics, this is crazy. And plus, the gentleman on the side, you are not gonna believe who he is. Like I am so happy right now because I get to see the person behind the voice. Whose voice? Well, that's what you have to find out. So don't change the channel. Stay right here and we'll find all this out right now. So introduce yourself real quick.
Hi, I'm Barrett Letty. I'm a voice actor and I live in Brooklyn, New York. I'm very excited to be here today.
Yeah, we're not gonna, feel bad that you're in Brooklyn. No,
Fine, yeah.
no, but you do so many different voices.
Yeah.
But let them know each voice that
Sure.
you do.
Well, I do a lot of voices for Pokemon. I play Intellion. I play Ash's Rotom Phone. I'm on Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, which is on Hulu. I play Gavin. I am in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. I've been in Genshin Impact. And recently, I played Iago the parrot in the Lego Disney Princess special on Disney Plus. And that's what I did. I did this voice, and now I'm here doing it for you. Okay, big deal.
Oh man, I'm loving it. And you are actually one of my son's number one person to come and see.
Oh, is he coming?
Yeah, he's coming. So shout out to him. He's on Raiden's World.
Shout out.
He's coming to do some interviews and he wants to do some
exciting.
photos.
I look forward to talking to him.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I gotta see him.
Oh, cool.
But I didn't know about the new one.
This was recent. Yeah,
Wow.
This just came out last Friday, and so it's been really cool. I mean, I was a longtime fan of Gilbert Gottfried,
Yes.
another a Brooklyn guy. When he passed away, they needed someone to come in and do the parrot from Aladdin, and luckily I got this audition and I booked the part, and I was very happy to do it, and everyone's been very gracious about it. His wife was really nice about it. So that's been definitely a highlight for me.
I think that's one of I was going to say I think that's probably one of the biggest honor to
Absolutely.
take over from, and he's in many voiceover.
Yeah.
He's also in acting if you don't know who he is.
Yes.
But he did the parrot from Aladdin.
Yes, and the Aflac duck.
Yeah.
And all sorts
And
of stuff.
he did some laboratory type of
cyber chase.
because my son watches it, so that's
Sure,
why I was
yeah.
like. So it's just an honor for you to be
absolutely.
taking over.
Totally. Yeah.
Was it kind of like not more like overwhelming, but like afraid, like you wasn't gonna?
Yeah, I wanted to get it right. With any project, you want the client to be happy, you want the audience to be happy, and you want to be happy with it. But for this one, this was like, okay, like this is really got like I have one goal here. Two actually, to act well and to sound exactly like him.
Oh wow!
So I was like, okay, I got to do both these things, because if it doesn't sound like Iago, then people aren't gonna like it. So, but I think I pulled it off, and if you check out the special, I have a nice little cameo about halfway in the movie.
Get moving! Pirates have feelings too, I don't believe it. I've got mites that work faster than these guys. Huh?
And he's one of the good celebrities that are active in Instagram and all that.
Yes.
So check him out. But what was one of the difficult things you found in being a voiceover? Like, is it putting the voice to the video or the video to you?
Yeah, sometimes it's just like a technical thing. Where when we're dubbing a show that was recorded in a foreign language,
right?
And we have to dub it to English, there's a lot of like getting the timing right and making sure I'm not holding the microphone to my mouth. I'm a voice actor. How professional am I? So that can be very difficult because you're trying to match the mouth movements of the character, even though they're speaking another language. So that can be, from a technical point of view, that can be a little difficult. I guess another challenge is to commit commit to a character and keep it consistent. If I'm playing a character, you know, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, we did 93 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens,
Right.
92, and so I had to make sure that my character Gavin sounded the same in episode 1,
That it did.
and then it did in episode 92, even though they were recorded like 2 or 3 years apart, you know.
Oh,
So
wow.
that can be like, if you're working on a series for a long time, you have to make sure that you stay consistent.
Wow,
Yeah.
and which is out of all the characters you did, which is the one that you feel like it's you, like it's part of you in that character?
Definitely Gavin in
Gavin?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. He's just really he's expressive. He's he's considerate. He's funny. I just felt very akin to Gavin when I was recording it. It felt like a really good fit.
Good fit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my son is, and you know, he's a freak about all those. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, sure.
If I get the title of the series wrong, he corrects me. He's like, no, that's not the one. That's 7.
Well, I'm glad he does.
I'm like, yeah, I just know that I was watching it like 2 years ago. He said, oh no, that's the old one. You got to watch this one. And
Got to stay with it. Yeah.
And I'm like, you're 7 years old. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
But it's that way. The fans.
It is.
The fans
There's
are
an intensity
really,
about it. Yeah.
So, have you ever had one of those fans that was like, "Why you did this to Yu-Gi-Oh! In this part of Yu-Gi-Oh!"
No. Usually they can like separate what's real and what's
And what's-
not.
okay, good.
You know, the fans are very intelligent, and they are so passionate about the show.
Right.
And I'm always just floored by their knowledge of it. And I don't, you know, I've never had a moment where someone, you know, got angry with me for something a character
Right.
did. But
That's good.
I have had people come up and like go into detail about things that I didn't even think about, and I'm like, wow, you know this better than me. Like, you really thought about this, and it's always impressive.
Yeah, like I said, my son, he'll be like, "I don't know why he's on using that card," and when I'm like, okay, maybe
Yeah,
that's
all
what
right,
the
well,
writer wanted.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know,
Right.
you know. So, and by watching it, he learned how to play the cards, and he knows how
Yeah,
to play.
yeah.
So, you know, he does an online thing, and I'm like,
Oh, sure, yeah.
so. It's intense. I never knew how intense it was.
Oh, yeah.
I was just, watch the cartoon.
I mean,
and
look
that's
at
it.
look at like how passionate Star Wars fans are, or how passionate,
Right.
you know, like it's the same Marvel fans. I mean, they get really into it, and for a lot of kids, that's Pokemon or that's Yu-Gi-Oh, and they're diehards, you know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, you know, what other projects you got coming up?
Got some fun, a lot of stuff we're under NDA for,
Right.
but have some fun video game projects coming up, some cartoons, a really cool cartoon coming out later this year, and you can find it when I can say more about it. You can find it at if you look Barrett Letty on
Yeah.
Instagram or Twitter, you'll find myself.
find-
Sorry, not Twitter, X.
X, yeah, now it's X.
Yeah.
I was
Oh wait,
like,
this camera.
Yeah.
X. Yeah.
yeah, it's X now.
Yes. We all love looking things up on X.
X.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a good thing. You stay busy, and I like that.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I seen your posts and all that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Awesome.
And ever since I've been saying that I'm going to be here, you know, my fans are like, oh man, that's messed up. I
Yeah.
can't. But half of the fans that we have are other side of the world,
Sure.
or they're not in this state.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, that's why they're watching. So
Cool.
you know. But I thank you for taking the time to be
Absolutely.
here. You know, and continue the great success that you're having.
And what's the show? Hold on.
The LDM show.
You're watching the LDM show. Make sure you follow them on Instagram
Yes.
and on X.
There we go. Hey, shout outs to everybody here in the Bronx Academy and Comics Expo. And I like the little character they have here, you know?
Yes.
You know,
Seems
but
like
they should have had you up there. What you think?
You know, I think.
What you think?
I think the attractive anime girl is probably better than me, but
okay.
just
We'll go with that
we'll
then.
go
Okay.
with that. Yeah.
Hey, shout outs to everyone that's out here. We're going to be having more interviews, so stay right here on Roku TV, Fire TV, and you know what? We'll probably even be on Facebook Live. You never know, but we'll be right back. Hello and welcome to the LDM show. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Bronx Anime and Comic. It is right here in the Bronx. 6 train takes you here, buses take you here. But I'm living a dream, and I know you guys see me with so many different celebrities and stuff like that. But I'm an anime person, you know? I love comics, I love Transformers. I've been living with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of my son, but Transformers and all that, that's my stuff. And now we have voiceover people. Mention who you are and your number one voiceover before we get to the other ones.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, I'm Ryan Andes. I voice Grimlock and Shockwave, Iaconus, and Double Crosser on Transformers Cyberverse. But I also do a ton of other VO for or voice acting for video games, for other cartoons. I've been on Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been on Pokemon.
Right.
My best one?
Yeah, which one is your best one before we get to everyone else?
You know, man, I was actually talking about this yesterday. I love playing bad guys. You know, and what's great...
I think it's more natural. Like, you can be your alter ego, I guess, right? Maybe?
I think you get to be... I think there's a little bit more to chew on when you're a bad guy. And what I love about bad guys, like a really interesting bad guy doesn't know they're bad. They're just trying to do what they think is right. You know, and so, like, you know, when you approach it from that angle, from that perspective, it really informs your choices. And so, you know, voicing Shockwave, one of the baddest Transformers of all time, you know, in a very cold and logical kind of evil, was one of the more challenging but more satisfying roles I've done.
Yeah, I think, let me see it. Probably the second term of Transformers, I think they pushed Shockwave even more.
Yeah.
I don't think the first original they did, and then they started pushing him more and more.
Right.
Because I think people started, like, he was smart, but silent, but still, like, you know, like everything combined together made Shockwave.
I agree. Well, and I think what was cool is that I think they had initially planned to have Shockwave as one of the leaders, but he ended up taking a secondary role to Megatron in a much better way. He kind of became Megatron's like main officer, his enforcer, his science leader, you know, the guy who kind of had to do all the hard stuff, you know. Which I think is great.
Which Megatron itself was basically egotistical and stuff like that, but it worked with him. You know, it worked as, you know.
Yeah, because he was such a typical bad guy, but in such a great way, very charismatic, and I think you need to have something to offset that to really, you know.
And now they're putting him as a good guy, so it's
right.
I don't want to spoil it for the ones that have not seen the new ones.
Things have changed.
Yeah,
man.
things are changing on the Transformers.
It's good.
So it's a reversal.
Yeah.
Real good. But I asked this for all the voiceovers.
Yeah.
Which is the one that you didn't really have to play too much because it was more like you?
This is actually a great. I answered a similar question yesterday, and that's why I always go to Grimlock for this
Grimlock?
one. Well, yeah, because you know what was great about the new version of Grimlock for Cyberverse, the writers decided to kind of turn him into a kind of a double-faceted character. As in, you know, he had his Robo version, which is kind of like a gregarious, charismatic, sort of almost like a musketeer. You know, very much like the life of the party. And then, of course, when he transforms into his Dino mode, he turns into like classic goofball Grimlock.
Yeah.
You know, very big and kind of stupid. So having the two of them was fun to play with, but I really loved getting to jump into smart Grimlock, and I feel like that is kind of who I am in a lot of ways. And so it was an easy one for me.
Yeah, Grimlock, it was like, when they helped bring the whole dinosaur stuff in there, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then they went towards the Beast Wars and all this stuff.
Yeah, right. It's where
so
it all
I was like,
from,
wow, it was just going on.
Yeah, it's a cool thread.
Grimlock was like the number one out of all of them. And if you see, like the other ones died off a little, but they kept Grimlock coming in and coming in.
No, I mean, I think at one point, didn't Grimlock, oh man, in this, don't approach me too hard, but I think Grimlock became the leader of the Autobots for a minute, like in one of the...
it was one of the verses where Optimus Prime had to go back up. Bumblebee was off doing something, so he had to be like, for that little moment, he had to be a leader.
It's like the one time where they showed that he was actually kind of like a gifted commander.
Yes,
like, kind
yes.
of smart. I think that's where maybe they got the idea to do a smart version of Grimlock for the Cyberverse series. I don't know.
I like, now that we're talking about versions, which one is your favorite version of the Transformers?
I'm biased because I'm in it,
of
but
course,
I really think Cyberverse was so well done.
No,
and a lot
honestly,
of people haven't seen it because it was kind of a flash in the pan.
Right.
But I love that the writers you could tell that the writers of the show loved the world, and they spent a lot of time investing in the history of Cybertron. They looked at life of the robots on the planet before the wars. So everybody was like, there's a moment where Shockwave and Bumblebee are watching a match and they high-five each other. You know what I mean? Like, you can see life as it was before things got bad.
I think they became more human in that sense of the
a little more relatable that way.
Right.
And I think that was actually a really smart move. It made it so that we could involve ourselves in the story a lot more.
Yeah, I'm more of the comic and the cartoon version.
For sure.
The last movie, I'm not too crazy about.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I liked it. I'm not going to say don't watch it.
Yeah, of course.
Watch it.
Watch it.
But if you are a diehard Transformer fan like I am, it touches some stories like no, that's not really how it went.
Right.
You're switching the times too much.
They're making things up a little bit. They're altering the canon.
Right.
I mean, that's why I think Cyberverse is so great, is because they were so specific about the lore. They really wanted to get it right. They wanted to pay homage to the previous stories and add to it in a cool way that made the world more complete.
I think honestly, like I think they more took initiative to each character.
Yeah, right.
Where when they started making the other ones, it highlighted them where you understood why, because they highlighted them on Cyberverse.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, exactly. No, I think that's a very good perspective. Yeah.
And like I said, me and my son, we watch it and we dissect every little thing. Like, why is this? Why is that? Oh, I think they're going to do another verse and put him in it, and exactly what happens.
Right.
So
it's cool.
But Grimlock has been as Bumblebee has been in pretty much all of them.
I know. And I think he's finally kind of getting into the spotlight again. For the first time in a while.
Right.
Like, I mean, he's always there, but they're like, I think, really pushing him up to the front again. And he's become like a main character again. I think it's Grimlock's getting his due in a way that he hasn't gotten in a while.
Let's see. We're gonna continue watching him on Cyber and all the other Transformers. But how long have you been doing it? Like,
I mean, I was a kid actor. So my grandfather was an actor in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
In fact, Grandpa Keith Andes, he was the original Birdman on Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no kidding. So
man.
I have like the family legacy in the
again. I got hyped because that's my back in the days with Hanna-Barberas and Captain Cavemans and all this other stuff. And it was like Birdman.
That's the guy. That was my grandpa. I mean, he had like a proper Hollywood movie career.
Right.
But voice acting became kind of the thing he did later in life, and I've always admired it, and I've always wanted to do it, and so kind of I was on Broadway for a while and did TV and film, but voice acting really feels like the path for me, man. It's something.
It's funny how you bring the Birdman up, because we had a indoor conversation, because we do in the studio. We have like anime cartoon character conversations, and one guy was like talking about Hawkman. I was like, he ain't the original Flyer, right? And they was like, no. I was like, it was Birdman. There ain't no Birdman. I was like, yeah, he had his original Hawk on the side.
He did. Yeah, he did. That's exactly right.
But again, you have to be a real fan to know these things.
That's right. That stuff gets kind of lost, I think.
I say real fan because I don't want to say I'm old.
We'll go with real fans.
Yeah, we're real fans.
Yeah, we're all real fans.
But thank you for spending some time with us.
My pleasure,
bro. We could talk for the whole 2 hours of the show about cartoons.
Yeah. Seriously, man.
So, But it's a great conversation.
Thank you so much, man.
Guys, let them know where they can find you at and they can follow you.
Totally, yeah. So I'm on Instagram at Andes Ryan. My name is Ryan Andes, but it's my name backwards. I also have a website. You can see all my stuff, which is www.ryanandes.com. We got some wrestling starting over here.
That's what I'm like.
We got a whole room full of comic books and toys and voice actors. Come on down to the Bronx if you want to and come check us out.
Yes. So we're going to continue going. We're going to take a commercial break, continue going with some more voice actors, wrestlers, like he said, artists. I met one person that draws his own comics. This is amazing. Only here at Comic-Con in the Bronx. Come on now, come on there. You know, and anime. Come on. We got a lot of anime coming out. So I'm Charles Laloma. You got to check him out. It's Grimlock. You know, we'll be right back.
As mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination, the scales can be tipped by one man who has the courage to confront his fate and make a choice that will decide the fate of the world.
Guys put a lot of smoke in today. Wow. But anyway, we expecting a real superhero? I don't think so. The real life superheroes are the ones that are helping out in their community today. And the LDM show will be there to bring you the events and stories to life. Do you know a real superhero? Let us know. But for now, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and like us on Facebook. Also visit our websites for photos, videos, and updates. But until the meantime, hey, I gotta be out of here.
You good? Hello and welcome back to the LDM show. We're here in the Bronx on the Bronx Anime and Comic Expo here. And if you guys got to see, if you haven't seen it yet, we're here with some celebrities that you guys would never, ever know. You know, voiceovers. And I'm here with one of, I could say one of the top right now on Transformers. Because he's getting hot right now, especially after Cyber and all this other stuff. You know, Hot Rod is in.
Hey, you heard it. You heard it here.
So, how's it going? First of all,
I'm doing good. I'm having a great time here. This convention is like, it's really like lively.
And it's getting more packed as we sit in here.
It's amazing.
So, and in the Bronx, I can't believe that.
Hey, come on.
Anime is
Where
all
else would
over.
you rather be?
Anime. Anywhere you say anime, I'm coming.
In the Bronx? Come on.
Yeah,
come
so
on.
it's good. First of all, thank you for coming, taking your time to be here for a little bit.
It's my pleasure to be here.
You know, and like I said, Hot Rod.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of your things. But let them know a couple more of the before we even get to the conversations.
So as you said, I'm a voice actor for Hot Rod on Transformers Cyberverse that ran from like 2017 to 2020.
Was it 2020? I thought it was 2021.
You're right. I finished recording in 2020.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
You're right. And then they released the last season, 2021. We had 4 seasons, and it was a blast. It was so cool to voice that character specifically. He's got such he's such a big, interesting part of the Transformers history and lore, like being this figure who's kind of destined to step up and take leadership. And then, you know, obviously toy sales come into factor, you know, with the history of that, and then things go back and forth. But I think he has such a unique he's such a unique figure in the Transformers world. And so to be able to embody that character specifically, I mean, it was a dream. It was a dream.
I was telling the viewers, Cyberverse has touched stories on each one that you really didn't notice, but they were there. Like Hot Rod's been there for a while. They mentioned them a couple of times here and there. But this time they really touched a story on him.
You're right.
You know, they touched stories on Grimlock and who else they touched?
RC
that they never really touched on.
And some characters who had only at that point shown up in the comics.
Right.
Like Tarn in the last season. He was a big comics figure.
Yes.
And then they introduced he's the first animated portrayal of him was in Cyberverse, and like he's such a huge character.
And the other reason I like the Cyberverse is because, like I was explaining to them, it's more the intimate part of it.
Yeah.
And it's more like they more human now.
It's a deep dive.
Right. They more human. They got the more feelings.
Oh, yeah.
They understand.
Yep.
Versus the first time where they didn't understand why you like someone or why you would help someone.
Totally, yeah.
So-
We're now, as storytelling has progressed, you like can go into the layers of the characters, why they do what they do, like, kind of re-examining their origins. And we're not in the G1 continuity, but we were very G1 inspired. What I love about the show is it took a lot from different iterations of the show. G1, we had some Beast Wars, and it kind of is this interesting synthesis, into creating a new universe, a new set of stories.
Yeah, it is. If you have not seen it yet, go watch it. It's on Netflix and a couple other places.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, YouTube. You can watch on YouTube for free.
So check it out if you haven't seen it. But if you're a big fan, I shouldn't even be telling you to check it out. You should have already been seeing it.
You already know. You
should have already been seeing it. If not, get the card back because you're not a fan.
It's okay. We'll forgive you.
Yeah, maybe one. Maybe
we'll give
one
you a chance. We'll give you a chance.
But what part of being Hot Rod you put in? Because you had to put probably some of you in it.
I think he has most of me in him.
Oh, yeah?
I actually think that's a reason why I was cast. Oh. It was interesting because my point of reference for Transformers was Beast Wars. That's like right around the time, I was the right age for it. I was 7 when it came out. I watched it every week. I collected some of the toys. I was a fan. Because of how old I was at the time that I wasn't as familiar with G1. I knew of them enough to understand what was going on in Beast Wars. So, for me, when I auditioned, I was not super familiar with Hot Rod because he doesn't make an appearance in Beast Wars, right?
True.
So, I just tried an interpretation, with the time that I had before my audition. I had also auditioned for a couple other characters, but Hot Rod was the one that I ended up getting. And so when I booked the role, I said, okay, I'm going to go back. I want to research the character, watch the movie, and maybe let it inform me a little bit. And what I found was, performed by the amazing Judd Nelson, who I was a fan of for other projects already. What I found was, instead of it more like so heavily informing what I was going to do, it affirmed what the choices that I made and why I thought that they cast me. I saw a lot of what I do in myself, even in that interpretation, and made me understand. Like I understand why they cast me. So
it was like more not for the voice, but for you being as a character.
Which the voice is part of that, obviously.
Right.
And so it informed me in the way that it affirmed the choices I made, and it just kind of helped me go further.
Now, when you did the voiceover for Hot Rod, did you try to mimic the old voices?
No.
Or because honestly, like again, if you're a real fan, I knew the change of a little bit of the voice.
Yeah.
But it still sounded a little bit like it was there.
And that's exactly kind of what sort of what I'm saying is. I did look to it to kind of see if it was going to inform me a little bit, but it more so just helped me understand why they chose me, because I already saw a lot of myself and my voice, even in that old interpretation.
Yes.
And then I'm a different actor, I'm a different person, so I'm going to bring a little something different to it, which is great because it was a different universe. It wasn't an exact it wasn't a G1 continuity. It wasn't a continuation.
Right.
So it's like, oh, cool. I can honor what happened and then also add a little bit of my flavor to it,
Yes. And I think that's what it is. It's like you had it nailed, like the attitude and everything. That didn't change.
That's really cool to hear you say that, that you could recognize that there's a little bit of the old in there, just because of it was in me. I don't know whatever my, upbringing, like my points of references are, like the fandoms, and Transformers is a part of that, informed me up until this point as a human being, and it just made me, a good choice for it, I guess,
Yeah.
It's cool you recognize that, so
Yeah,
thank you.
like I said, me and my son, I have him watching from the beginning. From all the old Transformers, even G.I. Joe and all of that.
That's great.
But because I told him, if you want to understand where it came from, you have to watch the other ones.
And that's what I did too, because like I said, I was mostly familiar with Beast Wars. And so I said, since so many of these characters are based off of G1 characters,
Right.
I was like, I have to go back, I got to watch the movie, I got to start, because I had seen some bits here and there, but I was like, I'm going to start from the beginning of G1 and work my way through as much as I can until I start recording. Just because, it's so much based on G1, a lot of the characters we use, so it's like, I want to definitely have an understanding, and let it inform what I'm going to do.
Now you said you went for a couple other characters. What would have happened? Let's say go back into the past, and they never picked you for a Hot Rod, but they tell you, which one do you want to go with?
Oh my gosh.
Which one would have been?
See, that's so hard because I think everyone is so perfectly cast.
Because I know a lot of people would have been like, I would have been Bumblebee or something,
I mean, of course, but God, Jeremy is the perfect Bumblebee.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I will say, I think that this director hit it on the nose. With each character. So I think
great casting.
I think that his casting wasn't more of like, can you do a voice? Because anybody can really do a voice. But who can dive in with the voice into that character? I think that's where his casting was, because it was so great.
Yeah, the casting director is Jennifer Suckup. Suckup was our casting director, incredible. Lauren Gold was our script producer. I'm not saying the correct title, but we had incredible directors. Everyone just knocked it out of the park, and really let us just play. Like, gave us a lot of freedom to just try stuff, and and then if we needed a little adjustment, go back, give it another 3 tries, and it was very, very cool.
Before we go off, I want to ask you a real quick question. If Hot Rod could eat some food, what would be his favorite food right now?
Spicy.
Spicy.
Spicy. I'm mostly vegan, so it'd be spicy, like spicy barbecue vegan wings.
There we go. Thank you for spending some time with us today.
This was awesome. Thank you so much.
I wish we can continue talking and stuff like that. But let them know your Instagram, where they can find you and stuff like that. So.
I'm very active on social media. You can find me at Trav Arts. That's TRAVARTZ. At TikTok, Instagram, and whatever Twitter is called now.
X, I think it is, right? Or maybe it's just a symbol. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we're going to be having 1 or 2 more voiceovers here. But I'm living a dream. I'm actually get to sit with the people that are behind a show that I loved watching, and big fans. So I'm a big fan of you guys. Continue the good work. I can't wait to the next project.
Me too.
So, and again, if you guys have a project and you need voiceovers, hit them up.
Hey,
they're available.
We're ready. We're available. We're good to go.
Yep. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with another voiceover. And then, I don't know if you hear it in the background, we're gonna be having some wrestlers here as well. So we'll be right back, right here on the LDM show.
Roll out.
The champions over here, and they you gonna get the belt one? Oh wow, me? I don't know. You want me in here? But the champ? Oh, that's a champion, caveman. That's a champion.
Champion, WWX, Max Capacity, Grand Slam champ.
Yep. Whoa. That's a Grand Slam champion right there, coming out like that. Whoa. Oh. Goodness gracious. We'll just fill up with the We got all type of wrestlers here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how they do their warm-ups. So you see them right now. This is look who we got here, ladies and gentlemen. The Grand Slam champion. Oh, man. Good, I just want to say before, you're lucky I'm not wrestling, because I probably would have took that champion.
Oh, it would have been an honor to defend it against you. Come on.
Maybe in a dream. I don't know. But you're a champion.
Thank you.
And, can you be a defending champion?
Absolutely, I can. 100% I can be a defending champion.
That's good.
Whoever wants it can come get it.
Ooh, because you got people like Rufus over there, Caveman. You got some good talent out there.
Somebody I look up to. Absolutely.
They looking at you. They looking at you, and they because you got persons on your back. You're the target.
Yes,
so how you going to defend this?
With hard work, dedication, and determination. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the one who put me here to defend it. I'm a warrior of God. If anybody want to step in the ring with me, I really hope everybody is ready for a golden performance.
Ooh, you heard it. This champion he's not playing right now, I'm a heel type of guy, so I can't wait till they take your championship, because I think probably they'd be a better champion. What you think? You think you can handle this championship?
Well, WWX is filled with amazing talent, good and heel, as you put it yourself. But as long as they can keep up with El Nino de Oro max capacity, then I'm up for any challenge that comes my way.
You heard it. You heard it here. If you're going to challenge for that belt, and look, he even pointed to the belt just now, pointed to your belt.
Mr. Trash over here?
Mr. Trash just pointed. Joe Trash just pointed to your belt right now. So you don't know.
If he wants it, he can come get it.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like Joe Trash is coming here now.
Nice to meet you.
How we doing? Doing?
Hard working day. Always working hard inside this ring. You know what? Best part about all of this is the experience I get to have with my fellow brothers.
Yes.
That's for sure.
But, I couldn't help you eyeballing this championship.
That's for sure. It's a very beautiful belt. He's a great competitor. But I definitely got my eyes set on that title.
Oh.
That's for sure.
You heard it here.
So with that being said, do you think you're ready to push it to the max?
Are you ready to get taken out to the trash?
We'll see what Melendez says.
You heard it here. It might be a future match. Mr. Trash versus the champion. Hey, I'm Charles Laloma. We got a lot more people coming. Oh, this guy is here.
How you doing, bro?
Rufus, how we doing today?
With these shades right here, I see is stars representing the Warzone champion for the WWX. Me, Rufus. But how you been?
I'm hanging in there, Rufus. But I see that you are the champion. I see, you got your shades going on. But how long are you going to hold this belt? Because I see people eyeballing you and talking about it.
Yeah, I know I see a lot of people watching me, man. I know. But with these shades, all I see is stars, and nothing can hold me down. Reach for the stars and never let go. But holding this belt, I hear a lot of people say never. But I'm saying never, And I did it all for y'all, all y'all fans. Root for Rufus, because I am that star. Come on down.
There we go.
Take it easy, brother.
There you go, Rufus. I'm telling you, we got a lot of the stars here. They always come in. Some of them that, we don't get along too much. Some of them like to cheat, but they don't want to say they cheat. But they're all here. We're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come right back to some of them. We got all the characters out here, champions out here. I know the champion is busy somewhere, but I'm going to probably try to see. I'm going to go backstage, try to bump into him, see what's going on. Because I know he said, whoa, you see, you talk about the man, you got to be the man, and here is the man now.
You're definitely right, man. You see, I'm from the Bronx, and I love it. We here, and we doing our thing. You see the ring? You see the belts? I love you guys. What else you got to say?
Well, I don't got to say, no, you're the champion, you're big, you know what I'm saying? But I say there are people out there from all around the world that is trying to gun for your belt. And look, Rufus just keeps coming strong with all your belts.
Represent the Bronx, South Bronx,
There
baby.
we go.
Yeah. Come on now, come on
Yes.
down. The real champ.
The
And I
real
love
champ is here.
And I love it. Now get this mic out my face. Get it out. Get it out.
Okay, you heard the champ. I gotta go. When the champ says gotta go, you gotta go. But we'll be right back with more here on the LDM show. Hello and welcome to the LDM show, and we're here at the Bronx Anime and Comic Expo, and again, I am living a dream. I interview many celebrities, but my celebrities are always voiceovers and the cartoons and the anime, so I get to see some of the Transformers and all this. So, they're wrestling back there. We hear a lot
it's going on back there.
So there's a lot of things going on out here. So, first of all, say your name and some of the characters that you work with.
Okay, so I am Jessica DiGiovanni, and I play Windblade in Transformers Cyberverse. I play RC in War for Cybertron, both on Netflix. And then I also do a bunch of voices on Exo's Heroes, which is a video game. And I'm also the voice of Windblade on Battlegrounds video game. Yeah, so
Transformers Cyber is like one of the top. And actually, my son is from Raiders World. He just entered right now, and he's Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, he's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, Transformers fan, and he's like, I gotta meet them.
Oh, he will.
And
he will.
He's not working today, but I wish he was doing interviews today, but he doesn't want to. He just want to meet you.
Oh, he's an interviewer?
Yeah, he has his own show.
Oh my God! Well, we're gonna have to do this again where he interviews me.
Yes.
I mean, this is great,
Yes.
but I would also love to be interviewed by him.
Kids are kids. But like I always been telling people, the cyber universe is like human type Transformer. It's not the typical Transformer where they don't know about love. This is more in touch. Like it's more the character base. Like each episode has something to do with each Transformer. And that's the part that I love. And it got me to know your character more. And I was like, okay, I didn't know this about her. And and they don't transform too much because they want you to concentrate on the character, and that's the part I love.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Yeah.
Yes, because you get more speaking roles and you get more in touch with the person, so that's where I like it about it.
Yeah.
But I always ask this question about everyone: how much of that of you put into your character?
I think a lot. It's always a process of marrying the two, right? You bring a lot of yourself to the character, but they gave me so much with her, especially with that relationship with Bumblebee and Windblade. They really wanted to focus on that brother-sister kind of love that they have there and really delve into that. And I love that you said that you really got to know the characters, because that was their goal with this series, is to really kind of make you fall in love with them again and really get to know them on a deeper level. And so Windblade, I relate so much to her drive and her love for her Transformer community and the world, like really being a city speaker and really feeling protective of it. I feel that way about Earth and our climate. So I was definitely able to relate to her strength in that way and feeling like a protector of everything. And she's steadfast in her dedication to being there for the Autobots and trying to protect everybody. So
and I love the fact, instead of putting humans, they put a family.
Yes. And as we find each Transformer, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I love the episode where we find the dinosaur Transformer, and it's like it's great. It's great.
But in the Bronx, you hear a lot of people in the background. They're doing a lot of stuff.
Yes.
We have
crazy.
So many people coming in, and like they were waiting for you. Like, oh, we can't. like I met so many people out there that was like, I can't believe that this is the person that does the voice. You know?
Right? It's so fun to actually
I
put
wonder.
the face with the cartoon
Yeah, I
character.
wonder
You know?
how do they imagine, like, who they thought it was? Like, I always thought that, like, because I knew it was female, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, could it be this female? But the accent is not yours, so it's hard to identify, like, who it is. So it's so amazing when you try, and then when I meet you, I'm like, wow, now I know why this person does it, because she matches the character.
Yeah.
So far, every single one I met, I can see you guys in that character.
That's
and
so
so that's
cool.
why I'm like, oh, okay, now they match.
Yeah,
You know?
it must be so fun for you all. Yeah, because you know, a lot of times when I go to these events, people tell me, you know, like that we in some ways become a family to them, or part, like, or an escape, or a part, like they feel like a part of our family, and that makes me feel really good. So for them to put a person with the voice, I can understand. For a lot of people, sometimes it's emotional for them. Sometimes they're so excited, you know, and it warms my heart to meet all the fans, because they're just such beautiful people. I just met a person earlier today who was just the kindest human, and they also just like really want to take care of you. It's very interesting, because I think it is because like they feel like they know you.
Yeah,
you know,
especially
it's like with a
Transformers.
celebrity. You know, like when you see a celebrity's face for so long, you feel like you know them, even though, you know, it must be the
Yes.
same with like
When I
these
came
characters.
through, everybody,
Yeah.
they were looking at me like, I know you. And I'm like, really? They was like, ain't you from Roku TV? And I'm like, yeah, oh my God. And I'm like, we watch you. And I was like, okay. Like, so I understand. I'm like, but I never think about it like that, you know, with them. And I'm like, okay, they act like they know me.
Right, because you open yourself
Right.
to them, like to your job, right? You
Right.
give so much of yourself, so then they feel like they know you.
So what's the best part of playing your character that you
Oh
love?
my gosh, I love doing the fight noises.
fighting?
Oh my God. Well, if you could also, we look like, if you had a camera in the voiceover booth when we're filming that, it's hilarious. Like, I'm literally in the booth with a microphone by myself going, ugh, ah, ah, like I'm making noises and the actions, and there is no one in there, and it is just me and a microphone. So
That's
I
right.
look like a crazy person, but it's so much fun. It's like you get to take all your rage and anger out in that moment, you know. It's just, and I love playing powerful female characters.
Yes.
It's like one of my, it's my jam.
Well,
So,
she was.
She's a warrior.
She's a warrior in there.
You know?
There's a couple episodes where she had a show where, I guess not to others, but to herself, that she can do it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
so,
a journey for her.
She was
Absolutely.
learning the flying and all this other stuff and the fights and things. So, but now you know, if you see someone in the train going, maybe they're trying to be a voiceover.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they're not
But maybe
just
like
crazy.
keep a distance. You know.
But again, do you have any more? I'm hoping more. Maybe they should do another season, or maybe another change, but continue with the family version. I would love that.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, are you listening, Hasbro?
Yes, yeah, continue.
We want another season.
We definitely want
Or
another
something,
season.
or a
Don't,
spin-off,
don't make me go
you
get
know?
signatures out here.
I know. Well, Cyberverse, people love Cyberverse. We're getting a
Yes.
lot of feedback from it.
Yes.
So, you know, we'll see. As of right now, we haven't heard anything, but
Right.
you know, the fans are really what make the content come alive. So if there's enough fans that want to see it happen,
Yes.
we'll make it happen.
And I think a percentage of the reason why is because you guys. Y'all put so much of yourselves in these characters that it bring them alive.
Thank you.
It bring them to a family. Like I said, instead of we're humans, they bring them with a family.
Yes.
And there is where it interacts, you know. And they don't say, "Oh, this is Cybertron warriors" or whatever. They say, "This is my brother." Even the humans are calling them brother, sister. So that what made it so perfect.
Yeah.
In Bob. Even the mom was like, "Don't bother my kids." So, you know, it was so crazy to see that, and I love you guys for it, and continue doing it.
Thank
Like,
you. Yeah.
you know, and
we
again,
love doing it. We love doing it.
Again, you can hire these guys.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I mean, we're like a family too. The
Yes.
talent, like Travis and Ryan, and like we've done these cons together. So we've like the actors have started to become a little bit of a family and a community, you know.
And
so that's been
that
really
is good.
cool too. So
Travis was like, make sure you get my other friends over there.
yeah, Travis is amazing. Travis Arts is amazing.
Yes.
He's an incredible human and the sweetest guy and so talented.
And I like about you guys because you're active as well. Travis is always on Instagram.
Oh
and
my
stuff
gosh,
like that.
he's the best at it.
So you guys follow them, let them know what you think about them. I know we have to cut it short because there's a lot of people probably waiting for her to autograph. I know my son was just there, and then I guess.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, he just probably went over there.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah,
I want to meet
him. Ladies and gentlemen, again, watch if you have not watched it yet, watch it. It's on Netflix. I think Amazon has it, but I watched it on Netflix, so I don't know.
I think some of them are on YouTube as
well.
Yeah,
YouTube and stuff like that. If you watch it, let them know what you thought about their character and how they can bring it more out. Love the feedback. So again, thank you for taking your time out here.
Thank
and
you
I wish
for having
you just
me.
more the best.
You too. I wish you the best.
And thank you for bringing life to her, man. She is.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome.
That character is something else, spicy, everything else.
She's
but
fierce.
she is loving. She is
Yeah.
so loving, especially to her human brothers and sisters. She's
Yeah.
like, no,
She'd do anything for him.
Yes,
She'd do anything for him.
Check them out. I don't want to spoil it, and just in case you didn't watch the season, which you should have if you're really a big fan. But we'll let it slide. So
We'll let it
watch
slide.
that.
We'll let it slide this time.
Yes. We'll be right back with more here at the Bronx. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the LDM show right here on the Bronx Anime and Comic Expo. And we're having a lot of fun. We've been meeting a lot of people. Yes. I had to do a stop. We have a model, an actor, voice, so she can do it all, And if you can see her the little clip on the back and the photos and everything, you're a superstar right now.
Thank you.
I like that. I was like, you remind me back of, what's it, that Kata Kid? What was her name?
Pam Grier?
The one that did Superfly and all of them?
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier, right.
Pam Grier. BuzzFeed had mentioned me, and they said Domino Foxy Domino, that's what they were calling me.
Oh!
Foxy Domino, so I've gotten a comparison before, and I kind of just rock with it at that point.
Hey, listen, by all means, But tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do.
Well, I'm a cosplayer. I like to build cosplay. I started very young in this field. I love anime, big anime fan. And then I started doing martial arts. So martial arts, I trained with Urban Action. Demetrius Angelo was my teacher. So he's taught me the sort of the weapon of tongue tie. Jesus Christ.
That's okay.
The art of weaponry.
Right.
Kung Fu and a couple of other styles. Okay. And then I started combining that with visual effects.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I'm at now. I do a lot of visuals. There's some stuff going to display. Right. I can do more than like the candles now. You got to show me more than that. Let's speed up this video.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, I do that. I also draw. I have a lot of artwork pieces that I've done. I've been drawing since a little girl. A lot of anime inspired that. And that's kind of how it all started.
Wow, that is so cool. Being in the martial arts myself.
Awesome.
What discipline did you learn?
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's me. I'm the hard guard Kung Fu, which is Tiger and Crane. And then I Tai Chi and then Judo.
Okay.
So, been in it for
Judo
years.
too.
Yeah, been in it for years. And it plays a lot of parts in the anime.
Right.
A lot of the anime people using it and stuff like that. So that's good that you at least imported it in there.
Yes.
So what bring you into doing, cosplay and all that?
Just as a kid. Like I've watched anime when I was 6, 7 years old. I started very young, and one of what started the actual interest in swords and weapons was actually Dragon Ball Z. As a little girl, I was watching Trunks, and that iconic moment for me was when Trunks came down and destroyed Frieza in 2.5 seconds. And when he did the sword thing, he was like, and then he did the blast right after, and Frieza was. I was like, ooh, I want to learn how to do that. So I started getting swords, and then what inspired the size was actually Elektra. I didn't like the film Elektra, but it did spark some interest in using the size. Right. So that's when I started doing the size.
That's the one thing about Elektra that I like, that they introduced sides that came in, and it wasn't a male doing the sides because
some swords here.
And exactly. Using the swords. Okay, I see that. I like that. Butterfly twist is okay.
Yes, I love twirling weapons. That's my thing.
Which
Twirling the
is,
swords.
it seems easy, especially to do the figure eight. It seems easy, but if you do not do it correctly, you will cut your back.
Yes, you will.
You will. So
you got to get a hang of the wrists and how to handle it. Once you get comfortable with your swords.
Which sides coming? I'm a tampon master, so I use the tampons, which is rare. Like people like tampons, and that was just because my master was teaching each person how to use weapons. So everyone had a pole, everyone had the side, the sword, or both, the commas and stuff. So I was like, all right, nobody picked the tampon. I guess I'll learn it.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I learned it, and I just kept with it, you know. So things like that is where, you know, it's expected. But when you're doing your special effects, how do you think you think of the special effects first, or?
Well, it's better to probably do it that way, but I don't, because a lot of times I'm my own camera person. Sometimes, like in this instance, I had someone filming for me. But sometimes I just see a location and I'm in a costume and I just film something and I have to come up with it on the fly and kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be doing.
Right.
Or in other cases, I filmed something and then come up with something later. Sometimes, like this one, for an example, I didn't really have an idea. I was in Mexico and I was like, let me just walk. I have this Daenerys costume. And when I started walking, I was like, what can I do with this? Oh, I could put a dragon behind me. You know, or I could put one on this rooftop. And then I zoomed out, and then I zoomed in to make it look like it's actually something filming. But it was just one straight shot landscape, and then we just did what we could with it.
Yeah, so. You know, I will not tell you guys the secrets, because if you watch our show, you know I use a lot of special effects in our movies and stuff like that. Cool. I'll talk to her after. None of your business. No. But I'm loving what you guys doing. I'm loving the photos and everything.
Thank you.
You know, keep it up. Where can they find you at?
You can find me you can Google social media. Beautiful Diz is the name. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. My website, beautifuldiz.com. I also have a few comic books coming out. Self-titled, Beautiful Disaster.
Are they on sale on your website? Like they
Not yet. We just got it published. We're going to work on that. And we also have The Last Ninjetti that's coming out.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like your last.
Yes, this is a series where I'm doing the effects for as well. It's called Power Rangers Unworthy. And this particular, it's like a side story, side quest, where I train with Ninjor. And this is the trailer for that. That's going to be coming out hopefully in the next year or two. We're going to start filming. We did some promo work or whatever else.
And then you were mentioning like some of the Power Rangers will be there?
Some of the Power Rangers. We got 2 Power Rangers. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell that part yet.
Well, let them see it. Let them see
it. You guys will definitely check it out. We're going to connect them to, I think, we're doing, what's the episode? Cycle Menace is currently what we're working on right now. Okay. And in episode 5, we're going to have probably another celebrity surprise in there.
Oh my God, it's going to be crazy. My son loves Power Rangers. He actually wastes my light watching the same Power Rangers over and over. You know, it's great that you're doing this, and wish you all the luck. And I can't wait to actually see this.
Thank you.
And then once it's out, we'll bring you in the studio and we'll talk about this. You know, it's going to be a great thing. Hey, check her out, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is history in the making. So you got a warrior princess type of thing in the house. So, you know, watch out for her. She can be nice, but she can be, you know, a little slice. Hey, this is the LDM show. We'll be right back with much, much more.